Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel, and today is a very special day for me personally. It's the 11-year anniversary of my YouTube channel. On July 2nd of 2011, 11 years ago, the channel started, and it has been an absolute roller coaster ever since. I mean, I started off just making videos just to make videos. If you go back and look at my older stuff, there's really nothing to them. It's just, you know, Black Ops game battles, some random stuff for like Battlefield 3 and Gears of War 3, old school like COD 4 and World at War stuff. Nothing really too special. And then when Modern Warfare 3 came out, I just hit the ground running, started making tons of videos, and I got a Machinima partnership back when Machinima, of course, was a thing. I never got a Machinima respawn. Wasn't good enough for that, but I was able to partner my channel and actually start investing in making my channel better. And I remember just being so passionate and so into it and just keep grinding every single day. Because you gotta keep in mind, like back in 2011, like way back in the day, right? Everyone did this because it was their passion. There was no money to be made when I first started making YouTube videos. And for most people, there was no money to be made. People did it because they want to do it. And over the past 11 years, as you guys know, YouTube has evolved ridiculously. We have so many people that just, you know, back when kids wanted to grow up and be like rock stars and wrestlers and firefighters and police officers, now they just want to be YouTubers and live streamers. You know, that's like what people do. Like kids are growing up now watching YouTube instead of watching like Nickelodeon, for example, which is all I watched growing up. It's a whole different world compared to when I started. And I remember back when just being so passionate about everything. I remember my PC at the time was just like a regular like Walmart PC. I couldn't afford anything. Like, you know how I got my first capture card? My first job, like right after I got out of high school, right? I went and started working as a customer service representative for AT&T. My cousin worked there. He got me in. And I joined up, and there was paid training, and we had to get trained for like 6 weeks or something like that. And then they're going to put us on the floor, and then we're going to be customer service representatives. Basically, listen to people bitch about how high their bills are. So I'm coasting through this training. My cousin just kept telling me, like, you know, it's not that difficult. You don't really have to pay too much attention. It's all very simple. So I was like half paying attention, half writing stuff down, and just really focusing on the fact I'm getting paid to basically be back in school. I feel like I was back in high school. Well, one day they came in and they're like, you know what? Today's training, we're going to get some live training. We're going to put you on the floor. And I'm like, what? No, don't do that. And they put us out there, and I barely knew how to sign into the system. And I get in there, and this guy calls, obviously upset about his bill. Like, no one's ever happy when they call customer service, right? So just going into it, they're already mad at me. And I get on there, and he's like, oh, my bill's way too high. I want you to look into this. I'm like, sir, I'll be real with you. They just put us on the floor. I'm still in training. I don't know how to look at your bill. I don't know how to look up your profile. I can't do shit. Like, I have no clue. And obviously, you know, he's already mad going into it. Now he's more mad. And I'm like, you know, just what you need to do is you need just to hang up, call back, and it'll probably go to someone who has an idea of what they're doing. And he's like, why don't you just transfer me? Just transfer me over. I'm like, sir, believe me, it's going to take me longer to figure out how to transfer you than you just hanging up and calling back. It's going to be much faster. Trust me. I got off the call, took off my headset, grabbed my little notebook, walked out, called my aunt to have her come pick me up and drive me back to town because I had no clue what I was doing. I'm like, this is just not going to work. But I made a little bit of money, right? So take that, AT&T. I got a little bit of money from that. Use that money to purchase my Hapog HD PVR. That's a throwback capture card for you guys. Maybe most of you don't even know what this is. This was like the pinnacle of 720p quality back in the day. This is what all the great YouTubers had. And, you know, I was, 18, fresh out of high school. Like, my parents didn't care too much that I spent what little money I had on something so extravagant at the time. And, they weren't too upset about leaving my first job either. It wasn't a good fit. I didn't have a ride there. It was a whole thing, right? So I got another job, started working at Walmart and unloading trucks there. It was actually in my town. I could actually get there consistently every single day. And not a whole lot of training is required just to throw boxes, And so I just started making YouTube videos on my terrible computer with my terrible microphone and just having fun with it because that's what YouTube was. I mean, when I wasn't working or doing whatever, like I was just playing COD or watching COD on YouTube. That's all I ever wanted to do. It was so much fun to me. And I remember my computer was so bad that it took me about 1 hour to render out 1 minute of footage. So if I made a 10-minute video, it would take my computer 10 hours to render that video out. And during that time, I couldn't use the internet. I couldn't use any games or anything like that. I couldn't record. I couldn't do anything. So what I had to do was like stay up real late, make my videos like 3 o'clock in the morning, whispering into my microphone so I wouldn't wake my mom up, and render the video overnight. and hope that it didn't crash during that process. Like, that was like my first like 500 videos, not even joking. And then when I eventually got my Machinima partnership, that's when I started making a little bit of money from the videos I was making. And then I was able to actually upgrade my PC, upgrade my horrible microphone. And then the rest was history, man. I just kept making videos every single year. And it wasn't always COD. I would do things like, you know, Red Dead Redemption's Undead Nightmare. I think I did a full series of Poke MMO, some Sniper Elite Nazi Zombie Army, the Walking Dead Survival Instinct game. Do you guys remember that? I think there's a full series of that here on the channel as well. I made so many videos over the years. I just kept going at it. In fact, I have this written down. Oh, wow, that's actually kind of fun. Right now, I have 3,131 videos on my main channel over the course of the past 11 years. And you may think, well, that's not even a video a day. Well, keep in mind, I also have 1,694 videos on my second channel. And the second channel came about because of my Machinima partnership. When I signed with Machinima, they gave me the option to partner 2 channels. I only had 1. And so I'm like, okay, well, I guess I'll make a backup channel, because back then, people's channels were always being randomly deleted for some sort of copyright infringement. Like back when, we would just always use copyrighted music and all sorts of nonsense. And so people's channels were going down basically left and right. So I made my backup channel. It was called Nero's Let's Plays at the time. I think it's now technically called NerosCinema 2. Not quite sure. It's kind of weird. I think both work. But yeah, between those 2 channels, like nearly 5,000 videos in 11 years. I just kept going and going and going and going. But I think it's been made abundantly clear over the course of the past couple of years that a lot of that same passion and drive has been diminishing. And I hate that. I really do. Like, if I go back, I remember I would make a video every day, no matter what. And if I did not get a video out that day, I was stressed out of my mind. Like, I was freaking out. Like, I remember we would go to the only like vacation, quote unquote, I've ever really been on. Like, we would go to a family reunion that was maybe an hour away, and we would stay there for the weekend. We'd rent out this big cabin, and we would, you know, we'd also like split the cabin, like me, my aunts and uncles, mom, dad, all those people, right? And we'd go there for a weekend, and I would like make my videos, and I would schedule them, and I'd be sitting there with no service because we're in the middle of the woods trying to load my videos so I could read and respond to comments on those videos that were going up, right? Whereas nowadays, it's not uncommon at all for me just to not upload for an entire week. You know, it's not uncommon at all for me just to go 2 or 3 days without making a single video. And as a result, I think the channel's dying, and that kind of sucks. Like, I just call it what it is. My channel hasn't grown in probably 2 years. For a while there, it was growing consistently because I was constantly making videos, and the passion was always there to keep on making videos and keep on grinding COD and keep enjoying everything about the franchise. But of course, with Modern Warfare 2019, things changed. It went from a game that I felt as though was made for players like me to a game that was being very deliberately made for players not like me. And not like lots of you that still focus on my channel and still watch my channel and stuff, right? And so the number of videos has gone down significantly between Modern Warfare 2019. Black Ops Cold War, they went back up for a bit because Cold War was actually pretty fun for me. Then they went right back down with Vanguard because we all know how Vanguard's been turning out. And then, of course, Call of Duty shifting from being focused on multiplayer going over to Warzone. As, you know, in Warzone, in my opinion, is so much worse than Blackout. It's so hard for me to get into Warzone knowing that Blackout was better. Like, it just, it bothers me. The franchise has definitely taken a big shift in the past 3 years. And as a result, my YouTube channel has also taken a pretty big shift. And that shift is, instead of growing and consistent content and being able to entertain the people that want to watch my videos like on a daily basis, now that's not really happening. And I want to fix that. And so for the 11-year anniversary here, I mean, looking back, man, I started my channel, I was 19. Yeah, I must have been 19 at the time, still working at Walmart, still living at home. And looking at that now, like, I'm in my own home. I purchased my home because of YouTube, right? I purchased my vehicle because of YouTube. Like, everything I have in life is because of YouTube. It's because of COD. And I feel as though, and this is like some hard truth and some tough love to myself, I think I got lazy. I think that's truly what happened, because even though a game like Modern Warfare 2019 was not exactly my cup of tea, or a game like Black Ops Cold War had a number of issues, and a game like Vanguard has not been very good, there's ways around that. There's ways around that. There's still ways to make content and entertain people with games like that. And even if I'm really not enjoying the game, I can do retrospective content, more retrospective content, talk about the older games and like do like breakdowns of like Modern Warfare 3, for example, or go back to look at different zombies maps in the old games, or look at how Treyarch has evolved and things like that. There's so much I can do with the COD franchise, because the one thing that's been going longer in my freaking channel has been COD in general. I mean, Call of Duty itself is turning 20 years old here next year. There's a lot to cover. There's a lot to do, but I just got lazy. There's kind of an expression out there where it's hard to get up and run when you're sleeping in silk sheets. And that's not to say that I'm rich by any stretch of the imagination. Far from it, actually. Very far from it. But I find myself coasting. I found myself with no real sense of direction here on the channel. I found myself with no real desire to do anything. I'm just like feeling like a shell of my former self, and that just demotivates me further, just to make me like not want to make videos and just go weeks and weeks without making any kind of content, and really letting down the people that want to watch the videos that I can make. And I'm also letting down people that know that my videos can be better. So what am I doing for the 11-year anniversary besides just going on this entire tangent? I'm gonna set a goal for myself. I think goals are very important. And I don't think I've reached a goal in quite a long time, and I want to do that. And to say like, oh, going for 1 million subs is like, you know, you should go for 1 million subs, you should do this. No, I'm not doing that. That is absurd. How about I say this? I'm going to try my best, as best I can, because especially with schedule uploading and stuff like that, there's nothing to really stop me. But I want to do a video every day for the next year until July 2nd, 2023. I want at least one video a day, at least, here on the main channel. And while doing that, I think another goal, which this one's a bit loftier, like if you can picture like a main quest in a video game, then there's also a couple optional side quests. Like the main quest here, the main objective is a video every day here on NerosCinema. Side objectives, keep streaming a bunch on Twitch, because I enjoy that. I mean, streaming on Twitch is just fun. I usually don't even stream COD because, you know, you guys know how COD's been recently, but I play games like Fortnite, and like City Skylines has always been a passion of mine, and going back to games like Fall Guys and stuff like that. Stuff like that's fun. I like Twitch. I'm gonna keep streaming on Twitch. Side objective right there, right? And then the other optional objective, talking about actual sub counts and stuff like that, NerosCinema 2. I want to get it to 100,000 subs. It's at 88,000 right now. I think over the course of the next year, I can get those 12,000 subs. I think I can do that. The thing is, I need to find a direction for that channel, because that channel has always been just like Nero's Let's Plays. It's like, I feel like playing this game, I'm going to record it and make videos out of it. And then I tried making it like a Borderlands channel. Then I tried making it like a Fallout channel. You know, it just every time like some new game comes out, I'm like, I'll just go ahead and just make this channel dedicated solely to this game. But no game ever really sucks me in the same way that COD does. I can't get super passionate about a particular game and make content about a particular game the same way I can COD. At the end of the day, I'm a COD content creator. So what am I going to do on my second channel? I don't know yet, but one of those optional side objectives, I would like to get to 100,000, and the reason why, I want the plaque. I want the silver play button. I got my silver play button for NerosCinema like 8 years ago, or some absurd amount of time ago, 6 years maybe. I want to do it for my second channel as well, just to prove to myself that I can. I think that would be pretty cool. So again, main objective here for the rest of the year, for the next 12 months, I want a video a day here on NerosCinema, and then I'm going to keep streaming on Twitch, hopefully grow that, and then hopefully grow the second channel as well. That is my goal. Will I be able to complete it? I hope. I feel like I'm making like almost like a New Year's resolution here. If I don't make it, that's okay. But I'm really going to try to hold myself to this. I want you guys as well to hold me accountable. Hold me accountable in the comments. Hold me accountable on Twitter. Follow me on Twitter. It's at NerosCinema. And there's also a TikTok now. It's NerosCinema YT, like YouTube. Someone took my name, so I'd make it NerosCinema YT. So basically just more content, more work, get off my ass, pick myself up by the bootstraps, and get shit done. That's what I want to do this year, and that was the focus of this video, as well as taking a bit of a trip down memory lane. So I hope you guys all enjoyed. Leave your thoughts and feedback down there in the comments. Thank you for being part of this 11-year journey, however long or short you've been here. You could be brand new. You could have subbed yesterday for all I know. Probably not, because I lose subs every single day. But you could have been around, you know, 5 years ago. Some people have been around all 11 years, and I thank you guys so much for that. And I don't want to let you down. I want to keep on going with this, and I want to make the next 11 years better than the first. So hope you guys all enjoyed. Thank you so much for listening, and I hope you guys all have a wonderful day.